In this video, we're going to go through the highlighted sections of the PDF documents that have been uploaded onto Teamwork Spaces. The highlighted categories are utilities, insurances, and education, and uncategorized debts. So, first of all, for utilities, if a client has more than one property, if they have a home and multiple investments, these will be combined in this one category, as the software doesn't distinguish between investment utilities and home utilities. So in the last video, just as we did with this dishonors, go Control F and bring up the find. We can go utilities and bring up the difference. You might find, depending on how the clients have labeled their transactions, you can find sometimes that the utility transaction would be marked specifically. For this client, they only have their one property, so everything is together. But you might have the clients label a transaction of water for, say, a Botania property, and you know that they live in Coolum Beach, so you know that's for their Botania investment. Continuing on, insurance. This is quite a big category that you need to go through. And again, Control F, and we want to split up this category between. You can find that doctors sometimes get paid through insurance companies, especially if they're self-employed. So we want to not include any of the credits which are in bank statements marked as green, and we want to have a look. So ANZ Insurance, we know that they have an ANZ home loan. They might also have ANZ car insurance. So that's one thing that we just got to ask about. And then we want to go through basically all the times insurance is gone through to make sure we get all the data. So we can have another ANZ Insurance. So we could determine that one could be home, one would be car. That's a conversation that the broker will have with the clients. But again, make sure that we don't miss anything, as there might be personal health insurance, like could be HSFC, AHM, those type of things. So we've gone through them all, and we found that they've only got the ANZ insurance. Perfect. Next one is education and childcare. So again, the find function is your best friend when going through here. So we can go to education, find they're doing flex schools, but also you can see that they're doing their own personal fees that with the Australian Medical College and things like that. So that would go into tertiary, and you can see that the child is Talara Primary College. Also, we want to look at if it's not children's retail, but childcare, because that also is categorized in that one thing. So we can see that there's no childcare things, so that's another category that we want. As well as education, we want to determine if it is a private school or a public school, because they go to different categories in the breakdown in the table. So that's one other thing that we need to look out for when looking at the table. And the last thing is uncategorized. Now, what this means is that most likely it's BPay or direct debits, that they're not too sure. We can talk to the client or find out these payments. Sometimes they're home loan payments, so we can have a look for, in this case, if we go to apostrophe 022.79, If I do this right, we can look for all instances of that. So we can see it's uncategorized debts, but we can also show that's the exact loan repayment for their ANZ home loan. So we can tell that that's not an actual uncategorized debt. That's just a loan repayment that hasn't been picked up. You're going to go through, there's PayPal. So another school thing and a couple of other payments. We generally categorize these as entertainment or retail, depending on which one you determine, or go through these with the clients. You can see here, Caloundra Aquatic Centre. So there's some gym and sports memberships that are happening here, as well as Green Beginnings. If you don't know what this is, feel free to Google and determine what these payments are so that we can put it in the correct category and correctly do the living expense table.